Yeah. Name. Who you are.
Oh, yes. So you turn on your phone, huh? Don't even mention it.
No.
I don't mean you have seen it. Yes. No. No, no.
It's okay.
But you buzz around. Yeah, I know.
I know, that's exactly right. Five.
And mine were,
Welcome everybody. Thank you. The microphone can, for the online people, right? Do they need to hear me? Oh no, this throws off my whole vibe here as the guy who just like walks around the stage and doesn't stay still. You're going to see some interesting fidgeting and stuff now because I'm not used to standing still like this long. But anyway, welcome everyone to our second Navigate Demo Day. Thank you very much for coming. As you'll see, having you here is one of the really important pieces of what we do at Navigate, so thank you very much. Navigate, as you may know, is an organization that is run out of a partnership between Grenfell Campus and College of the North Atlantic Corner Brook Campus. And so I would like to read a land acknowledgement, something that we normally do at Memorial. So we acknowledge, and elsewhere, of course, but we acknowledge that the lands on which Memorial University's campuses are situated are in the traditional territories of the diverse Indigenous groups, and we acknowledge, and with respect, the diverse histories and cultures of the Beothuk, Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit of this province. So I also have a couple of housekeeping things as well. If anybody needs to use the washroom during the session, you may do so out this door over here, or if you exit through this door, you'll be able to find the washroom if you go through the gallery and around back. I'll also, of course, ask everyone to turn off their phones or put them on silent for the pitches here today, just to try to give our entrepreneurs the best possible chance of doing a really great job up here and not trying to get distracted. And the pressure is real, folks, for the people who have gone through this program. I will say that we have 3 pitches tonight and not 4 that are in your program as a little bit of a result of, again, that the nerves and the pressure that some of the entrepreneurs are feeling in our program here. So please do that. I guess to start off, we are Navigate. And for those who don't know, we are an organization that essentially helps people here build local companies, those that can both contribute to our local communities, but also who have the potential to grow to serve other markets beyond Corner Brook and the west coast of Newfoundland. And what we also try to do is find ways to try and help our entrepreneurs here integrate a lot of new technologies in their business, things like AI, for example. I've got to put I also introduce myself, I should say. My name is Billy Newell. I'm the director of Navigate. I am a professor with the business program at Grenfell campus, where I teach entrepreneurship and innovation and strategy. And if you allow me to put on my business professor hat just for a second, when we're talking about innovative businesses and trying to incorporate new technologies into some of our businesses here, who can guess what most people think is the most innovative product that has been invented or developed over the last 100 years? Any thoughts? Light bulb, phone. You could guess it. Sticky notes. Quite really close, because you know what it is? The whiteboard, the dry erase board. Now, actually, I should probably not the most innovative, but it is the most remarkable. Bam. Sorry. Okay. I'm done. Thank you. All right. I got that out of my system. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys.
That's not a professor joke.
Sorry. It can be both. So I'll tell you a little bit about our Summit program that we run within Navigate. So Summit is where we basically put out a call to entrepreneurs here on the West Coast, people who are prepared to start working on their business full-time for this particular Summit program. We put out the call, we get many applications, and we whittled it down to 4 really strong entrepreneurs this year. We were really happy to work with them. We essentially, as our team, we've got a team of 3 great ladies. We have Renee Wheeler and Larissa Holmes and Carla May. They work with these entrepreneurs along with some mentors in our community. We meet them twice a week for 2 hours each time. For 12 weeks, we cover all kinds of things about trying to start and grow a business, whether that be marketing, developing a sales funnel, trying to develop business models. We covered legal issues within their startups. And we spent the last few weeks trying to polish these pitches that you'll see here. And it's really exciting to see them and how far they've come over the last 12 weeks. And we're really, really proud to show the result of that work here tonight. It's also really important that you are all here as well, because if we Navigate, we are trying to, as I say, help entrepreneurs start local companies. It's really important to see the support from our local community, whether you're a potential customer, whether you're someone who wants to be an investor in a business, whether you're anybody who can just help show some support for these entrepreneurs. It's really, really nice to have you all here as well to help out with that. So tonight, we're going to have 3 great pitches that'll be about 5 to 7 minutes each. And then we're going to allow for some time afterwards for some questions from the audience. We'll probably allow around 5 minutes or so for questions. So if you have a question that you'd like to pose for those entrepreneurs, please do so. And I'll probably be sitting down there. I will help kind of direct who gets to ask the questions, and then I'll decide when it's all going to stop, and then we move on to the next person, of course. I think that's it. So I will stop. Without further ado, I will say draw your attention to our 3 wonderful pictures here. We have Fadila Youssef to the left there. We have Diana Chisholm in the middle, and we have Katja Mull there at the right. And today we are going to start off with Fadila's pitch from her business, Afro Tide. So I will like everyone to give her a warm welcome.
Picture yourself 1,000 miles with no taste of home. That was me 5 years ago when I first came to Corner Brook. I knew I was far from home, but yet still, I wanted to have a taste of home. And one of the ways I tried to do that was by cooking the foods I was familiar with, but I just couldn't find the right ingredients. So I resorted to ordering stuff from online through in Toronto and Halifax, and it came with high cost of shipping, high cost of products, and delays. Now, this is not just an issue of mine. It is something which is mostly faced by Africans and Caribbeans in the west coast of Newfoundland, which is why we came up with Afro Tide to help people like myself to feel at home while away from home. At Afro Tide, we are providing convenience that is no more long-distance shopping experience, authenticity that is well-curated and sourced African Caribbean products, cultural hub, a space to showcase African Caribbean culture, food, and community, affordability that is fair pricing for all our customers. In terms of target customers, it's basically for everyone. African Caribbeans, Canadian food enthusiasts, that is people who love to explore other ethnic foods and other nationalities. This was me last year at the Tombolo Multicultural Festival at CNA here in Corner Brook, where we had diverse customers. Even most of our customers were not even African Caribbeans. They're actually white people who were actually looking forward to exploring other ethnic foods. We had most of them who had never tried our foods, our ingredients before, but they actually bought them and tried them at home, which was exciting. In terms of competition, we have three main competitors. That's Walmart, Dominion, and Coleman's. Day in, day out, these businesses are constantly expanding their international shelves with products which are similar to ours. Our mission as a business is to provide African Caribbeans with a taste of home while introducing other nationalities to the rich and diverse flavors of African cuisine, fashion, and community. In terms of vision, we look forward to being the leading cultural hub in the whole of Atlantic Canada. Our market plan. Our first phase has actually been launched. That was last year, July, where we have afrotide.ca, which is our online website where you can go on and find all our products and make your first purchases. Second phase, we are looking forward to launching that later this year, which is our fashion, where you can explore the African Caribbean fashion sense. Physical store, there is a space where we can have all our products for people to have a walking experience and explore our products. In terms of phase 3, hopefully in the future, we would have a restaurant where we can explore the African Caribbean cuisine, and cultural hub, which is the overall to house everything that we do as a business. Our current status. So this is just a pictorial view of the current orders we've had only on our website. We've had over 47 orders since we launched our website in July. And this is just less than 20% of the orders that we've received since our launching. So only on the website, we've had over $2,000 of sales made on that. So you can imagine if this is just less than 20% of the purchases we've had, that means we've been actually doing good as a business. And we've had an average order of $49 from people who have actually purchased from us. In terms of markets, we do have a lot of potential as a business. Looking down at our current serviceable area, which is Corner Brook and area, looking at a total population of 21,000, we are able to serve 15% of this population. And with this 15%, if we are able to retain 5%, that is repeat customers who are willing to spend $500 on our products, we'll be making an average annual revenue of $78,750, which actually looks exciting as a small business. Currently, this is our website interface, afrotide.ca, and in the future, we look forward to having a mobile app for easy use and convenience. Hopefully, next year, if everything goes smoothly, we should have that launched. Afrotide is made up of two dynamic team members, myself, Fadila, and Abdul. I have had years of experience in retail, both in Ghana and in Canada. Ghana is actually my home country, where I had first-hand experience with my parents' retail business, which actually provided me with the skills in terms of retail business. Abdul has had years of experience in Canada here with other colleagues in entrepreneurship. And together, we believe we are the best team to run Aphrodite. We call on you today to kindly scan this QR code and shop with us on aphrodite.ca. And also, we kindly call on you to please spread the word by sharing the word with your friends, family, and colleagues. And together, let's grow a space that celebrates cultural diversity and shared experiences. Thank you so much.
Questions? Oh, sure. Would you like to ask?
A few of your products that you're carrying?
I was supposed to bring them, unfortunately, but I've got them on display. I can just go back to some of my slides.
There we go.
I have them much more here. Yeah, so these are some of our products. So most of these are actually West African products. So on the bottom down there is mostly just like the cornflakes that we have here. It's a cereal. And on the top, so these are just kind of meat stuff. So the normal meat that we have here, but there are different varieties. So that one is goat meat. I don't know if people are familiar with goat meat. So, and the down one there is just the skin of the cow. So back in West Africa, we actually kind of skin the skin, and then it turns into meat for us to eat. I know it's not something which is done here, but it's one of the unique things that we do back home in West Africa. Yeah. So these are just a few of the products that we sell.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Yeah.
I have a similar question. Great presentation, by the way. Congrats on all the progress.
Thank you.
I'm curious, what are kind of the top, selling products that you have right now on the platform? And if there's something you offer now, or you don't offer yet, but you'd like to?
You mean some of the products I would like to sell that I don't sell right now?
Yes.
So actually, we are looking to expand into not just African and Caribbean groceries. Hopefully, we would have products that are not you can currently find in Canada, but not in Corner Broken area. Because I realized that being here, there is a limit in terms of the products that you can find here. Some products are people need them here, but they are not here. So hopefully we would expand and get those products here for easy use, not just for African Caribbeans. We are here. Here's actually home for me. So, to kind of make everyone feel at home as well, not just me. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yes, Robbie.
What sets you apart from Coleman's and Sobeys?
Yeah, so the interesting thing is, those businesses like Sobeys, Walmart, they do have international aisles, but they don't sell West African products. They have products, for example, we have this product which is used like a beverage. It's called Milo. I don't know if anyone has come across it, but it's a different variety which is made, I think, in Canada here or a different country, but we have a variety which is different, totally different, which is made in West Africa. So they do have similar products, but they are not just the products that we are used to. So that actually set us apart because we bring the products directly from West Africa. But for we as a business, currently we get our products from in-house that is already existing wholesalers of African Caribbean products in Canada here. Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, we got two more. We'll do Shane and then Andre.
How are you going to manage shipping? The shipping cost and that part?
Yeah, so currently as I said, we get our products from Canada here, within Canada. At the start, we did have issues just getting them even in Canada here because it came with high cost of shipping. But recently, we've been able to figure that out, and now we have a company that actually handles the shipping of our products for us at a much lower cost, and at least we will not run at a loss as a business, so yeah.
And we'll do Andre as our last question.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
For sharing. Just if there was one or two problems that you could eliminate, either to make your day-to-day life better as a business owner, or to make it more profitable, what would they be?
As a business, one of the key things that we would actually love for people to do for us is to just support us as a business. I know, most people might not be familiar with West African culture and food, but coming in here, Corner Brook, I found that it's a small place where people are actually curious to know about other things, and they are willing to support you. So it's all about the support for us. So yeah, so, I don't know if I actually answered your question, but I tried.
Thank you, Fadila.
Thank you.
Sure. Yes. All right, so next we welcome Diana.
So I'm going to start off with a question. By show of hands, who in the room has a quilt in their home that's filled with memories? So quilts are actually pretty powerful objects because they have the ability to trace a particular time, memories of people that are very important to you or important days of your life. However, when we travel, we don't get a chance to put our hands on or do making quite that often. So I have been kind of exploring making and tourism. And what I do know is I live in an amazing tourist area. I live in Woody Point in Grossmoor National Park. And there's an abundance of people that come to visit to explore the landscape, take in the environment, the conservation activities happening, partake in adventure tourism. But there is a lack of creative tourism within the area. And what I will say is what's there is often on a stage in the evenings, particularly during the months of July and August. Similarly, Newfoundland has a very vibrant and active quilting community, but there is a bit of a gap in the availability of a diversity of materials. So my response to this is Curzon Village Quilt Company. It is a curated quilt shop looking to fill a gap in the market for available materials and supplies, a focus on heritage florals, traditional patterns, paired with contemporary quilt pattern designers and more contemporary fabrics. The shop features landscape-based kits, so picture the blues of Bombay, the warm tones of the tablelands, the greens of the boreal forest. In addition to this, we're working on creative retreats where individuals can come for 3 to 6 days, spend their mornings sewing, their afternoons exploring the landscape, their evenings enjoying good food, local history, storytelling. What we know right now is that creative tourism is one of the fastest growing segments within the global tourism industry. In 2021, craft in particular accounted for $4.5 billion in the Canadian GDP. Provincially, we don't have a lot of stats on it. In 2016, an exit survey of tourism triggered the provincial tourism department to start looking more directly at craft. And it has gotten to a point where more recently in 2025, a strategic plan for craft and craft-based economics is in process for the province. The numbers we do know are that on average about 300,000 people visit Grossmoor each year. So from a retail perspective, if 5% of those tourists who do tend to like to take something home from their trip spent $40, that equates into $600,000 in sales. What this means for Curzon Village Quilt Company is that it sits in a place to strengthen and diversify the current tourism offerings, to offer a quiet moment while people are adventuring in the region, and to expand the tourism season with retreats that take place within the shoulder months. I have had the opportunity over the past 10 years to actually exist within those spaces. My name's Diana Chisholm. I am, by trade, an artist, an educator, but I have a lot of experience in operations and have spent the past 15 years working for not-for-profits within the West Coast, and primarily in the realm of arts and facilitating presentation of the arts in rural spaces. So currently, we are in a very quick ramp-up phase in phase one of this business. We're looking at opening a storefront in Woody Point on May 1st of 2026. Phase two is developing and collaborating with local artists to expand the quilt kits that are available. Our third phase is to scale our inventory and build retreats to an ideal capacity by year 3. At this point, I'm looking to build some collaborative partnerships. So if you're a tourism operator or know someone who is operating tourism or experiential-based opportunities in Gross Mourne, I'd love to talk to you about the potential for Curzon Village Quilt Company to add to packages and retreats you're offering, but also to build out the retreats and experiences that I'm looking to deliver. You can reach me at Curzon Village Quilt Company. I also have some business cards here in lieu of, we are in the process of working towards launching our social media and website for that May 1st deadline. So if you would like to have a chat about that, I'd be very happy to talk after. Thank you.
Thank you. So again, I'll ask questions.
How many days till you open?
36? Yeah.
Just as a quilter, I want to say your numbers are probably off, because I have never gone into a quilt shop and only spent $40.
I know.
50 purchase, so.
Yeah.
5% or 12% you'll be fine.
As a fellow artist, I am absolutely delighted.
Oh, that's great to hear.
But yeah, let's not go, make first go do a workshop.
Claire.
Any opportunity for kids to get involved?
Absolutely. Always. Yes. I have been eyeing a dock where a Zodiac could pull up, Claire.
Yes.
Yeah, were you gonna have beginner workshops as well for people who can't manage 3 days of quilting?
Knowing how to quilt is not imperative to having a great experience. Yeah.
Yes, you're pro beginner creative.
Yes.
Yes.
Is long arm quilting in the plan?
Hopefully. Yeah.
What is long arm?
It's like the Bentley of sewing machines, Billy.
These two
Sorry.
more.
Yeah. What kind of ideas do you have for collaborations?
Currently an hour to 2 hour experience, like a rain day activity is what I'm kind of building. I've been sewing a plethora of quilt blocks, and people will be able to come into the shop and learn hand quilting and stitching techniques and leave with a finished 8x8, 10x10 piece. Yeah.
Last question for you. Yeah, 2 questions actually. First one, have you reached out to bus tours? If you had any for every bus you passed on the highway in the summer, especially if you're across Mourne, you'd be doing pretty well.
Yeah. I haven't reached out to the bus tours yet. I certainly will. I will say it's a bit of a timing thing for them. They tend to not stay overnight in Woody Point, and their schedule is quite tight. But it is a great opportunity to engage people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And great presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
Second question, where does the name come from?
It's a fun fact. So in Woody Point, there is a lot of small communities. And the one where I live is at the very, if you're familiar, if you go past the 2 stop signs, beyond the second stop sign is Curzon Village. And that's what the company is called, but the brick and mortar actually exists in Winterhouse Brook, just before Woody Point.
Thank you. Once again, fantastic. We will just wait for our last pitch to get set up. So I would like everyone to welcome Katya Mull, who will be talking about West Coast Advanced Foot Care.
this is how we see ourselves aging. Doing the things that we love with the people that we love, living our lives on our own terms. Oftentimes, this flow of life gets disrupted by something as simple as foot pain. This is Jim. He's 82 years old. He lives on his own. He has a home that he maintains by himself. He goes for walks in his neighborhood with his neighbors. A couple times a week, he meets up with his old fishing buddies at Tim's every Friday for coffee. He spends time with his grandkids. One day he wakes up, wants to go out for his walk with his neighbors, and he finds he's got a pain on his foot. And he doesn't think much of it. You know, it's part of growing old. So he goes on, but the next day, he doesn't want to go out again. You know, his pain is really getting bad. He stops going for walks with his neighbors. He stops seeing his buddies. Sorry. He stops seeing his buddies for coffee. And eventually he stops leaving his house at all. The loss of mobility has consequences. We have an increased risk of falls. You start getting pain in your feet. You lose your balance. The chances of falls are high. You lose your independence. You stop going to the grocery store as you once did. You stop being able to get up and go to the bathroom on your own. Increased social isolation. When you can't get out to see your friends, you stay home and you lose connection. Did I skip a slide? I did. So clearly, there's a growing need for foot care. There's in Canada we have about 5 to 8 million senior citizens, people over 65, who have the potential need for foot care. We all know Newfoundland and Labrador has the oldest population in Canada. 1 in 4 people are over the age of 65 now. I can't help everyone, but my business is in Stephenville, and there's a huge potential there to help people maintain their mobility, maintain their dignity, and maintain their independence. So I can do that in a number of ways. So initially, we try to get people, of course, before they end up with problems with their feet. So routine maintenance of your feet is important. Certainly for people who are diabetic and have other health conditions, a lot of comorbidities. If you do end up with a problem, the corns, the calluses, the ingrown nails that people do experience, there's a way to get them sorted. I have been doing home visits, and I'll be opening a clinic in a few days. So this is my timeline. I started my business in April 2025. I saw a need for foot care in Stephenville area. I didn't realize how great the need was. I've built a clientele so quickly. It's been incredible, the response and the need. By December of the same year, I was able to invest in my business and purchase an autoclave, which is a sterilization equipment, like medical grade, so I can be in better control of my own tools and also decrease the amount of waste that single-use tools were causing me. In April 2026, in a few short days, I'll be opening my clinic in Stephenville at 106-108 Carolina Avenue. It's the old Harmon Mall. I'm Katia. I'm an LPN, a licensed practical nurse. I've spent 10 years in the medical field. I have spent the majority of that time in long-term care, and so I have seen the need that there is for foot care, effective foot care, and caring foot care. Helping people stay mobile and independent as they age is my mission. So the next steps for me, as I said, I have grown substantially in this short year that I've been in business. I'm looking for someone to help to grow with me. I'm looking for a clinical coordinator, someone who can take some of the things off of my desk Right now, I'm doing the foot care, I'm doing the financial piece, I'm doing the scheduling and the phone calls, all of that stuff. It's a bit much, and I would like some help. So my ask for you is if any of you know somebody who would be interested in growing with the business, someone who's passionate about keeping our seniors, our parents, on their feet and active, I would be more than happy to have you pass my information out. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Questions? Yeah, we'll start with Andre.
Your presentation's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
One thing I felt was the energy and the passion you had for your work and
Oh.
who you're trying to serve. I really like it.
Thank you.
One question I do have for you is, by opening up a location, are you giving up the mobile?
So my intention is right now to do clinic work for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll do those spots, and they've been filling up. I've been able to reschedule, like most of my clients are rescheduled every 6 to 8 weeks, and so I'm filling up those slots. So my Tuesday and Thursday appointments will be mobile. My intention is to focus first on those with a medical need for having a home visit. And then anyone who just likes to have someone come to their home to do their feet, there'll probably be a little bit of an extra charge, and there'll be, the medical will be the priority bookings. That's the plan for now. We'll see how it goes.
Phone number?
If you scan the QR. I'm no good.
I have another question.
Sure.
I know it's very difficult finding the right people to work in your business. I'm sure every business owner can attest to that. Have you looked at how you could use technology, something like AI, to help you, assist you?
I have thought about that, but it's really important to me to hire a person that's local, someone with local knowledge that can help me schedule my routes, somebody who probably is familiar with all the people in the community. I think that part of the reason that I stepped out of doing the long-term care is I'm finding that I didn't have enough time to spend with people, and I didn't have the connections that I wanted with people. And in hiring somebody local who has the same outlook as I do, that's my goal. That's why I'd like to keep it. While I do use AI to do a lot of my policies and procedures and trying to do research and stuff like that, I'd like a person to fill that role.
Yeah, I was just thinking more of a blend. Don't replace your assistant, but enable them more so they can help you with the client interaction. Oh, anyway, so.
Thank you.
Quick question, does this service align with any health benefits that people could use for this, or when someone comes, they're just paying the whole bill, or is some of it offset by health benefits?
So I do provide receipts to my clients that do include my license number as an LPN. I'm licensed. So that along with my postal code allows people to claim the receipt on with their insurance companies. I'm also authorized by Western Health to provide services to people, and they do provide a subsidy for some people who are eligible for the subsidy. So I have a relationship for Western Health in that sense as well. Or Newfoundland and Labrador Health Services. Okay.
Right. Yeah, one more. All right. Thank you all again. And so we just have one more thing, actually, before we meet in the gathering place. I would like to call upon both Renee and Larissa to come up, along with our 3 pitchers, so that we can present them with a small little prize for completing the program and the pitches today. So come on up, all of you. didn't offer help. You got it?
Here is a little token to show your completion, all your hard work.
And I'll ask everyone to give them one last round of applause, both for the pictures. So we've had 3 wonderful pitches. Again, thank you for coming. We'll have some refreshments. There's some drinks. There's some sandwiches from Sammy Sandwiches out in the reception area there. Not just sandwiches. Excellent. Excellent. Lots of food. Please, we hope you came hungry. Have as much as you want. Take some time. If you didn't get to ask a question, please take some time to speak with our entrepreneurs. At this point, please do what you can to support them is what we would ask you. And you've already, of course, done that by showing up. Thank you very much. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you next year for our Summit Demo Day in 2027. Thanks again.